time. There we go. Here we go. So coming into seated pose on a cushion or a pillow and just hanging out there for a while, I invite you to close your eyes. And like I said, when you're in this position, the spine is straight. So just get a feel for that nice straight spine. And when the spine is straight and supported beneath you like this, you can really drop your shoulders. Now, if it doesn't feel good to have your legs splayed, put a pillow under each of your knees. And we are going to be here for about 2 minutes. So I invite you to close your eyes. And I invite you to just come on inside your body. Just feel your belly moving. And just feel yourself settling within your body. We really tend to experience life from outside, more from the mind, body, thinking. And here we're going to experience life from being inside your physical body. And just begin to feel a nice quieting. And for some people, it's natural just to kind of rock back and forth or side to side. That's kind of normal when you're relaxing here. So if that's happening, no problem. Soften your eyelids over your eyeballs. Feel your belly move, your chest come forward as you inhale. Draw back as you exhale. Just feel the whole organism of your body. Okay, and I'm just going to mute everyone. Because sometimes if there's a noise that comes from someone's mic, they show up on the screen. Okay, so I changed that. All right. All right. So now from here, still in this nice seated pose, close your eyes and gently draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. Just really gently, don't force anything. Begin to feel the left side of your neck open. Now just hang out here for a while. Now, as the left side of the neck releases, as those muscles let go, you feel your left shoulder gently dropping, even if it's just another millimeter. And then you can also drop your right shoulder. And definitely you can open your mouth to unlock your jaw. All right, because neck and jaw are very related. Neck tension, jaw tension tend to come together. Yeah, get that feeling behind your eyes. Feel it. All right, just be patient. Let it soften one breath at a time. So muscles have a memory, right? They're used to feeling and being a certain way. We're kind of breaking up some of that memory, giving them a new memory of openness, of ease. And when we hold these poses for a while, it gets locked in. more so than if we just do this for, 10 seconds. Notice a clearing across your forehead and in your mind as your neck muscles release. Yeah, just give in to it. And when the mind wanders, all right, let's start. Let's bring the head back to center. I'll finish that thought. Bringing the head back to center softly, dropping both shoulders, lifting from the heart. We're recalibrating at center here. And now left ear gently drops to the left shoulder. Here we go for this side. Doing 2 minutes here. Okay, another side, new experience. So listen, in yin yoga, because it's, kind of a slow, relaxing kind of feel, it's easy to drift back into the mind, even if it's just like these pleasant thoughts or daydreams. Try to pull it back into the body and what it feels like. Stay in the body. Just a gentle reminder when you leave, right? When you leave your body, just a gentle reminder and a gentle drawing back inward. Feel that right shoulder drop, release, release. Feel how the muscles want to hang on to where they were. And then how good it feels when they find a new space, a new stretch, more room to open up. Eyes soft, jaw soft. Just feel it. All right. Slowly bringing your head back to center. Okay. The next one is called dragonfly pose. And what you want to do is be seated. If you still like to have the pillow or blanket underneath your hips, go for it. Might be a little easier not to, because we're going to have our legs wide open here. Okay, and then for dragonfly pose, you've got the legs wide open, and then you want to puff a bunch of pillows, blankets, however many you need at the center. Because what we are going to do, and get them close to your body. Once you have them stacked up, like really, squeeze them in, and then gently roll over the pillows. Just roll over. I'm getting ready for my 3-minute. We stay here for 3 minutes. So what you do is you just soften forward. And because you have these nice soft objects under you, you can drop your face or your forehead into them. And then you keep the arms out to the side or forward with the elbows bent. And you just roll forward and stay there and breathe. Now, as you're here, I want you to really feel the curve of your spine. the open space of your lower back in this position and the open space in your inner thighs. Now feel your body breathing in this position as your belly presses forward and comes back again. And you can use that breath to open your lower back. Just feel this pose. Now do a little check of your body. See if there's anywhere where you're holding tension. Take your awareness there, breathe into it. And as you breathe into it and give it your awareness, you'll notice that some of that tension melts. All right. And then very slowly come on back up. Okay, take it easy because the lower back's really been stretched in that pose. And now keep your stack of pillows or blankets. Just bring them in front of you a little bit. Take the soles of your feet together. Move the pillow so you see in a bound angle pose like this. Now listen, what you can do here is you can put things under your knees if that feels better. And then grab a hold of all that puffy stuff. Really kind of pull it into you and roll over this, just like you did for dragonfly. Just roll on over. Now you've opened your lower back some more by having the legs in this position and the inner thighs more open. So at first when you come into it, might feel a little tight. Just wait for it to release. Here we go. 3 minutes here, everyone. Again, draw your awareness back inside when you drift away. It's going to happen again and again and again. That's the human mind and how it works. But you have control of your mind and you just bring it on back inside. Feel your breath. Notice your belly moving as you breathe. And as you do that, feel the lower back. Feel how the lower back opens with the movement of your belly and your breath. Soften your entire spine. Let your wing bones just fall apart. Neck releases, make your head heavy. And slowly come up. All right, now something called deer pose. So one leg is in front of you and one leg is off to the side. Now, when you do this pose, so basically the shin, one shin is in front of you, right? One shin is to the side. When you're in this pose, you're going to notice that the shin that's to the side, that hip is slightly lifted. Drop it down as much as you can. You know, it's going to kind of rotate this femur, this thigh bone. All right, now get those nice pillows and just walk your hands forward and your fingertips forward for this one. So you can really bring the back forward here. And now just roll over. We're just going to be here for 2 minutes. Okay, you've got access to that left inner thigh and hip now. Breathe here. So remember, in every single yin pose, you're looking for a place of comfort. You may feel an opening in certain parts of the bodies and some stress there, right? Some resistance, but you're kind of comfortable in the pose. You make it as comfortable as you can. Still putting your body in that shape. And as you hang out here, you're probably going to feel how the sensations in the left hip change over time. The beautiful thing about yin yoga is you stay in the pose for so long that you begin to experience an evolution within the pose, a change in the sensations of your body. And slowly releasing from that, coming back up. And we're just going to switch legs. So the other leg that was to the side, the leg that was to the side comes into the front. The one that was in the front comes to the side. Get those pillows. So one of the keys is, like I said, really pulling those pillows back towards your body. And then with this one, instead of rolling over at the beginning, you walk your hands forward to keep the back a little straighter, because we've opened the lower back a lot. So now we can kind of keep a little straighter as we come down, but then eventually you just drop on over. Here we go, other side. So these poses give lots of opportunities to be with yourself, right? To be quiet and go inside. So, if you start to feel yourself getting edgy or hard on yourself or going into a place of, anything that's judgy, just change that conversation. Make it about really accepting this practice and allowing your body to settle into these poses and your mind to relax within the poses. And slowly lifting out of that, move it to the side. We're changing body positions. We're going to go on our belly. So change it up. Actually, let's do this. Okay. Start in a table pose rather than go all the way down. It'll be easier because we're going to do something that's called a half frog. So what a half frog is straighten. Well, actually, you do need to come all the way down. So come down on your belly. Okay. And then take one of your legs off to the side, bend it off to the side. Now, you can probably do that without a pillow, right? If you need a pillow to hoist that leg up, I don't think so, but if you need it, do it. And then in terms of where you're going to be face down. And so, of course, I'm not going to talk when I'm face down because my mic is blocked, but just face down in this position, I'll show you. So you just get really comfy. So elbows out to the sides, palms under the pillow, forehead into the pillow. Here you go, half frog. Three minutes. And if you don't like to put your head straight down into the pillow, definitely turn it to the side. So again, look for some deep, full breaths. Feel your belly beneath you and stay inside. And notice how good it feels to have that right leg so nice and open. Hip is open. Doing a lot of hip stuff to start out here. So feel the inner thigh of the leg that's bent. Soften the inner thigh. And then try to go inside and imagine or feel where that femur, that long thigh bone is. Look how it's turned to the side and rotated within your hip. Make that bone heavy. Let's just get it really relaxed in there. This is so good for your hips. All right. Release that leg, bring it down. Oh. And then bring the other leg to the side, knee bent. Same thing, just the other side. Here we go, 3 minutes. So don't worry about the time. I have that taken care of. Just relax into it. I'm just giving you a little heads up about how long you'll be there. Again, if you want to make this even a deeper opening, really give yourself some good deep breaths. Belly pushes into your mat or the floor when you do that. And a lot of that gets transferred to the lower back, the hip. And again, you really want to release that left thigh bone, whatever thigh bone is to the side. Release it. Feel the inner thigh. Make that thigh bone heavier. See, we're just kind of moving the thigh bone around so we can get the hip from different places, different angles. And slowly begin to release from that. Take both legs back. Okay, just as a little in between, let's do a Sphinx pose. So elbows are under your shoulders, palms are down. Lift your heart, press your shoulders down. Now press your heart forward. Just get a nice little stretch through the back here in between. Okay, now come on up to table. Okay, we're going to go into, they call it sleeping swan in yin, but you guys are used to it being pigeon pose. So pigeon pose, take one of your knees behind the same wrist, turn that foot out to the side of your mat, slide the other leg back. You guys know what pigeon is. Now, here's the difference between yin and the pigeon we usually do in class. Put some pillows underneath you, definitely. And then roll over them. You guys, if you look up and see me in some of these poses, I don't go all the way down because I don't want the microphone to get smushed in the pillow and be noisy on your end. But for you, you just fold on over all the way down over your pillows. Get comfy. Put your arms and shoulders in a really comfortable position. Here we go. Swan pose. Okay, it's going to be 2.5 minutes on each side. So notice that you have your thigh bone in a different position here than you did in frog pose. And you have more weight on that hip. So it's a more intense experience. So you just have to wait till the experience naturally begins to soften. You just kind of wait for your body to accept being in this pose and just release, release, release. You can always add pillows too, if you feel like you need to, anywhere. All right, and slowly begin to release. Bring yourself out of this pose slowly. You were there for a while. Okay. Pillows, put them forward a little bit. Come into table pose. Take that other knee up in front of you. The other foot to the side of your mat. Slide the opposite leg back. We're coming into pigeon pose on the other side. Get your pillows underneath. And just bring yourself down slowly. Another 2.5 on this side. So the hips store a lot of stuff, and usually emotional stuff, emotional history. So usually people don't realize how tight their hips are until they put themselves in a pigeon pose, because it's, kind of a deep release experience. You're getting deep here. It's not a superficial, right? Release. It's a really deep release. So forget about what that stuff is that's stored in there, and even if you really buy that, but let it go without having to name it. Just feel it release. All right, and then slowly come up from that. Take your pillows, blankets to the sides. Okay, we did a lot of hip openings. So just legs in front of you and just kind of move the legs, just kind of shake them, shake them, shake them. And then kind of back and forth on the hips, a little bit of circling of the pelvis. And now we're coming down to our back. Yay, supine. Okay, so coming onto your back, rolling down slowly. Okay, no need for pillows here unless you want a really little flat one under your head. That's up to you, but really don't need to here. All right, just rock side to side with your hips. All right, and now what we're going to do is straighten your legs, bring them out into a V pose, bend the knees. Okay, make sure your lower back stays flat to the ground. We're going to do happy baby pose. Okay, and we're going to do happy baby pose for about 3 minutes. All right, so hold on. Patrick forgot about class. You know, sometimes he forgets about things. He's like, where is it? Even though, whatever. Okay, so happy baby pose. So you grab the bottoms of your feet. Sorry about that, you guys. And yeah, grab the bottoms of your feet. And here we go. Grab the bottoms of your feet and then just open your legs a bit. Again, try not to lift your tailbone too much. Now you got your hands just kind of hanging from your feet here. So feel the weight of your arms. Soften your shoulders. Head is centered, chin is to the chest, relax through the back of the head. And now just feel as if your arms are weights and they're pulling down, right, on your legs from the soles of your feet where they're connected at your hands. Really keep the shoulders soft. So you're grabbing the feet from the inside, not the outside. And this is nice and intense for the groin and the inner thigh. But just let it melt, let everything melt. Feel your belly move as you breathe. With every exhale and the belly drops down, feel a really nice opening in the inner thighs and your groin. All right, so with this pose, you've got a little bit of tension that stays there, right? Like where your hands meet your feet. But really soften the shoulders. And then you've got that nice opening in the groin and inner thighs. That's going to be pretty, you know, that's a sensation. It's a deep sensation. And if your hands slip a little bit while you're staying here, that's okay. Because you're just kind of slowly changing moment to moment here. And if it's easier for you to take your toes, to grab your toes, my hands were slipping a lot when they were on the bottom of my feet. Go ahead and grip your toes instead. But always check in that the shoulders aren't getting tight. Keep them relaxed. Notice how this opening of the groin and inner thighs releases your mental body in a really interesting way. Take your awareness to the forehead and just behind the forehead, within your skull. All right. Now take your knees to your chest. Okay. Hang on to your shins and just let your arms get really relaxed. So you're not pressing into the shins, you're just holding them gently. Now open your arms in a T pose with the palms up. Now remember, you don't want your arms to be higher than your shoulders, and you definitely want your palms to be up. All right. Now, take a pillow or two and put it to one side of your body where it looks like your knees would fall if you took your knees to the side. We're going to do a side twist. So you may need to rearrange those pillows. But then as you slowly drop your legs to the side, let them drop into the pillows, or one pillow, or no pillow if you want to. All right, and we're just going to stay here for 3 minutes. Nice spinal twist here. Relax your shoulders, both of them, your arms, both of them. Head is straight. And then if you want to, you can lift the top leg a little higher than the bottom leg. That might be more comfortable. It definitely will give a bit more twist to the lower back. And as you're here, just make both legs really heavy. Yeah, just a nice, super passive stretch. You can also take your awareness to your belly, feel it move, and feel how it very subtly moves the hips and definitely moves the rib cage as you breathe. So every yin yoga physical pose has a corresponding mental release or mind release that happens. Feel this one. Just feel how I always go up to the forehead to check in on that. Very different than the happy baby release, right? And if you're going to the forehead and you're looking for that mental release, just feel a softening at the forehead. And just under the forehead, the frontal bone of the skull. And soften your eyes. And feel your body move as you breathe. All right. Stack those legs again. If you brought the top leg higher, bring it down. Bring both legs up to center. Rock side to side here. Legs go side to side, just massaging your lower back a bit. And then begin to walk your hips as you go side to side toward the bottom of your mat. Okay, lengthening the spine. All right, here we go. Grab the pillow or pillows that you used on the side you just did and put them to the other side, because of course we're going to go in the other direction this time. Okay, and then slowly, remember, T position, arms are up. Now, shoulders are super relaxed. Okay, bring the legs to the other side. Let them just squish down into that pillow or pillows. And here we go. We're going to stay here for 3 minutes. Again, if you want to lift that top leg a little higher, especially in the pillows, that can kind of tend to stabilize it. It's up to you. And then soften both legs. It's all a matter of surrendering to the pose, giving up, dropping your weight. And then feeling your belly move. Noticing how that moves other parts of your body. Subtly, the hips and lower back, less subtly, chest and rib cage. Take a look at the right shoulder from within and all around the right wing bone. If you're holding any tension there, release it. Now go to the left. Same thing. Release. And stack your legs. If they're not stacked, bring them back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Open up that whole spine and lower back. And then circle your knees. And reverse. All right, one more. And we're going to stay there for 5 minutes. Oops, I love this one. And you know what I'm going to do, you guys? After I set you up, I'm going to run to the restroom. I had a lot of coffee this morning. And then, because I don't want to have to leave during our Shavasana. Okay, heart opening. This is a beautiful heart opening pose. Here's where you need that blanket. Okay, so just take a look at your blanket and get it into a size where one of the edges is going to be about from your neck to your lower back. About, you don't have to get too hung up on that. And then jelly roll it. I read that once. It's called a jelly roll. Some of you may know what a jelly roll is. I bet some of you Minnesotans do. Karen and Jan, I bet I don't know why I would think that would be a Minnesota, like making a jelly roll. Okay, jelly roll. Okay. And then you really want to put a pillow, possibly two if you've got a flat pillow, where your head's going to be. This jelly roll is going to go along your back. Okay, what else do you need? A pillow on either side. You don't have to have this. You don't have to. But if you're going to bend your legs into a bound angle pose, pillows on both sides. Okay, so start out by tucking the bottom of that jelly roll right about at your tailbone and then coming over it. Now your head falls over the top of it, and then just kind of, get that pillow in a place to give you some neck support. So that might be a pillow or two. If you have a scrunchy pillow, scrunch it up. Now, you've got a few options here. You can either take your feet in bound angle pose with the knees to the side. And if you do that, we're going to be here for a while. So get some pillows under there. If not, you can actually just place your feet to the ground and bring your knees together and get comfy that way. Or you can straighten your legs. I hope you guys can hear that. Mic was kind of going into my chin. Or you can straighten your legs. Arms are out to the side and they're open. So listen, this just really opens up your whole front body because you have that jelly roll just, opening it up. So just get comfy here. And I'm going to set this for 5 minutes. And here we go. Nice big heart opener to start the day. All right, so just let those shoulder blades open up, wing bones drop, heart open, and you can change leg and feet position if you're uncomfortable. But if you are, try to keep them in the same position if you are comfortable. I'll just get the feeling that your body is really like opening up here. Heart is opening. Your lower back is hurting you, you may want to bend your knees, place your feet to the ground at the edges of your mat or where your mat would be. Bring the knees together. That's fine. All right, and then you can slowly bring your knees to your chest, roll to one side, just kind of roll off that jelly roll. And then bring yourself into Shavasana pose. Now, you may want to stay in that pose through Shavasana, but it's going to be about 10 minutes, so that may be a little too much. It's up to you. Otherwise, just come into a nice Shavasana pose. All righty. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be a gratitude flow experience meditation. Just get nice and comfy. You've got some pillows, you've got a blanket, you can prop a pillow under your head, you can cover up with your blanket. Whatever feels comfy. Okay. All right, and after a yin practice, you're probably going to feel pretty relaxed here. And just relax even a little bit more. Oops, sorry about, here's the mic. You're probably going to feel very relaxed here, but just relax a little bit more deeply. Just drop down into your body, soften your eyes, close them. Chin tucks toward the chest so the neck can relax. Arms are away from the body, palms are up. Legs are apart, toes are apart, feet are open. All right, so for this gratitude flow meditation, I'm going to ask you to think about things you're grateful for. Now, don't start yet. Don't start now. Just kind of relax and just listen. What we're going to do is we're going to look for small things that we normally take for granted. Okay, so they're not going to be the typical things that you're grateful for, right? So it's not going to be like, oh, I'm grateful, for my children, or I'm grateful for my partner, or right. I'm going to ask you, not yet, to search for little things. Okay. For example, something that I was thinking about today is I'm so thankful for the fact that I wake up early in the morning and I'm grateful for the energy of the quiet and the peacefulness of the early morning hours. I'm also grateful for the smell of coffee as it's brewing and just fills my kitchen in those early hours. So that's an example, small things. So just close your eyes, okay? And this will be a little challenge to come up with things that you normally wouldn't think of. So just start now, recounting specific things that you're grateful for, small things. And it's okay if you struggle to come up with those new things. That only strengthens this gratitude flow. So just recount those things. Doesn't have to be many. They may be starting to flow now. So remember, these could be aesthetics, music, biology, right? It could be something about your body, your circumstances, your surroundings, your environment, anything, but look for the small things, the things you take for granted normally. Now, as you open up into looking for those things and finding those things, you may notice that other things begin to open up. Becomes less of a struggle to find those things. And now, as you do this recounting, appreciate that there's so much more to be grateful for than you're usually aware of. Just feel that appreciation, that gratefulness. And now feel your heart soften and feel your heart open up like a flower, unfolding to the light and the love of the sun, just feeling your heart open. And with a soft and open heart, let the specific things that you're grateful for gradually fade away. And in their place, sense the presence of a mysterious source that is giving you all these things. Just feel that source. You don't have to give the source a name. You don't have to understand what it is. Just feel it and be willing to receive what it gives you. All this source wants to do is keep giving to you endlessly. Feel that. Feel the generosity of that source. Let that generosity fill your body. And now feel that unknowable source of goodness be drawn very near to you. Feel its presence really close and intimate, like a soft, sweet breath on your cheek or a mist surrounding you. This source of goodness is always with you. And even when you are not aware of it, it is always aware of you, giving boundlessly. Feel your heart melting and overflowing with thankfulness. This is a cleansing. This is a healing. All right, this is a washing of your inner self. And feel your body relaxed. Feel the position it's in. Feel the movement of your breath at your belly. And slowly begin to make your transition. Very gently roll to one side. And then slowly bring yourself to seated pose. Once you're in seated pose, open up the heart, the arms, palms to the ceiling, draw your navel back, harness that energy, press it down into the hips, into your sitting bones. Inhale up. And bring your mudra to your heart, precious heart. Namaste. Thanks for showing up, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend and stay warm over there in Minnesota. I see that it's going up to 32 degrees. Not bad. Hopefully some of that snow is slowly melting. All right. You're welcome. Bye, everyone.